What is going on, guys? My name is Alex. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now in this tutorial I'm going to show you guys the 5 best paid video editing apps for iPhone and Android. So last week I also showed you guys the 5 best free apps. So if you guys have missed that video, make sure to check out the link down in the description, as well as the outro card. You guys can click through to go out and watch that video. But in this video we're going to talk about these 5 apps you have to pay for, of course, if you guys are curious about what these apps can do. And also, by the way, I will leave all 5 apps in the description down below with the links to the iPhone, or well, basically to the Play Store and the App Store, so you guys can download them straight away and play around with them with a little bit. So if you guys are excited about these apps, make sure to smash the like button down below, subscribe if you're here for the very first time watching, and I would say let's get it started with the 5 best paid video editing apps right after the intro. Alright guys, so the very first app we're going to talk about today is called InShot. It is an app that you can download for free, but of course, in use it to its full potential, you need to get a membership. So right here I have my screen recording also running. So this is when you open it up for the very first time. And by the way guys, these videos are not sponsored by any way. This is just a really nice alternative if you guys need to edit, for example, on the go when you can't get in front of a computer. Right here I have my screen recording also running. So this is when you open it up for the very first time. So right here I'm on the settings tab, and right there of course it says at the top InShot Pro, meaning that you can also pick it up. So if you tap on there, right here it is €3.99 a month, or it is €12.99 a year, or you can just use it for a one-time purchase, which basically means you pay €38.99 and then it's a one-time purchase. You can use the app forever. I'm just going to tap this out for a second and go back. So when we boot up the app for the first time, it says video, photo and collage. So if I'm going to tap on video, so then it boots up to the menu where you can select your files. So I just selected the video that I used for this, these 2 episodes that I always load in. So right here it says, of course, at the top also an ad. That's a really nice way for them to make money, even though you're using the free app. And then right here at the bottom it says canvas, music, sticker, text, filter, PIP, meaning picture in picture, that you can, for example, have a photo like completely in the middle of the screen, just like this video, and then at the bottom right or the bottom left you can add in another video or a photo or anything you like. So right here, this is basically the timeline. We can scroll through here, as you can see. So right here then it says canvas. So if you click on here, we can have all kinds of different formats. For example, 1:1 for Instagram, 16:9 by YouTube. That's going to take away these fillings at the top and at the bottom. Right here it says no frames. So we're going to tap on here. So I just want to basically edit this video in the of course the aspect ratio that we shot it in. So right here then it says music. Now this video already has music, so I'm just going to skip this menu. But if you want to use music, of course there's like tracks, effects, and you can even record yourself with your microphone inside of your phone. It's really cool. So then we have stickers, meaning that we can place like all kinds of moving photos, even like a fidget spinner or some sort of another sticker that we can place on top of the actual video. We also have emojis. We have these these symbols. We have fire, we have hearts, we have flowers, 20 free ones. But right here at the bottom it also says all inclusive InShot Pro, meaning that you can get a lot more if you get the app itself, if you pay for it. And then right here all the other ones are basically ones you need to pay for. So right here it's a really cool menu that you also have filters, meaning that you can color grade it in stylable ways. So if I'm going to pause on this shot right here, if I click on effect right here, it of course says like noise. You can also go to TV. You can go to convex, ghost, RGB, which is like a really nice glitch effect. We have JPEG, we have TV, all kinds of really nice filters. So I'm going to revert it to original. But of course we have beats, we have retro, we have celebrate, we have style, meaning that we can grade it in like a lot of different settings. So I'm going to click on this one for a second to go back. We can also adjust it, meaning that we can add in brightness, we can add in contrast. It's a really nice app. And we also have the picture in picture. Like I said, we can cut it, we can split it, we can delete it, we can mute the volume, we can speed this video up, we can crop it, rotate it. Everything that you can imagine is possible in this app, guys. You can freeze it, making like a freeze frame effect. You can revert it, and you can go also to settings to also choose the resolution, your frame rate, if you want to have it on 60 FPS or 1080p, or basically any resolution that you like. And then when you're ready, you can click on this share button at the top. And then you can also choose where to save it. So right here, I'm going to pick resolution 1080p, 30 FPS, and then it says 28.7 megabytes. It's pretty decent for a 1080p 30 FPS video. So if I'm gonna put this one to 60, let's see what it does to the size. So right here is actually almost double the size. It's 42 megabytes, still not too bad. So right here, if you want to go ahead and save it, you can just click on save, and then it's going to immediately save it to your camera roll, of course with a watermark. But like I said, if you guys want to get rid of the watermark, just make sure to pay for it, for example, $4 a month monthly, or like a one-time payment, for example. You guys can check it out. And of course we have a little ad in the meantime, but I'm just going to skip that one for now. So right now it is successfully exported. We can share it onto YouTube, Facebook, Messenger, Stories, everywhere that we like. So now if I go back to this app, you can also just go back and edit, for example, and it's a really cool app that you can use to edit your videos. Okay, so the next app we're going to talk about is made by a developer that we all know, which is Adobe. So this app is called PremiereRush. So if I click on here, right here it says, of course, in Dutch, but if I go and click on the preferences, I hope I can change it to English. I'm going to check on the language settings for just a second. So right here, I don't really think it is possible, as it is of course downloaded to my own language, which is Dutch. Okay, so right here, it actually works the same as Premiere Pro, of course, like on your computer. It says new project, so I'm gonna tap on there. So then we can create a new project. Let's say I'm just gonna call this a vlog right there. And then I'm going to take a media, for example, this one, and I'm going to hit create at the bottom. We have this clip in, but we just had to select it, but of course we can delete this one if you want to. So if you hold your finger onto the clip, it's gonna bump, and then it's gonna ask you to, for example, like separate the audio, duplicate it, or just delete it. I'm just gonna hit delete at the bottom. So now we have a nice empty timeline. So we can also adjust or insert our images and all that. So I'm going to just insert a different clip of mine. This is the clip that I also used in all the previous videos. So at the bottom it says like afbeeldingen, meaning that's Dutch for images, but next to it it says effects, meaning that we can go to, for example, black or white, or we can also make transitions like that. So if I play it back, this is what it looks like. Nice transitions coming from the left. We also have a swipe from left, the other side. We also have a swipe from the top. It's really cool that you can insert all these transitions separately. So if I go back for a second, we can also go to color, and then we can create a really nice cinematic look. If I tap on there, as you can see, it changes the actual look. So right here it says SL Kodak, it says SL Beach, SL Fuji, we have Mono, we have all kinds of color grading presets that we can choose from. They're also made in there. So now we can also go to the intensity at the bottom, you know, to choose how strong the effect is. It is really nice. So let's say this is like completely 0, but this is too much. As you can see, if I drag in the marker all the way up, so right here I would say something like this would be actually pretty nice. So now we can just go back, and then, for example, also the speed, the audio, we can transform it, we can turn it to all kinds of degrees. It's a really nice app. And if you're done editing, there's also just a share button at the very top, and then of course it says ready to export, and then you can also choose your quality, for example automatic, but you can choose, for example, 720p, 30 FPS, or you can match the frame rate, meaning that if you're going to film something on your phone, which standardly films in 1080p, 60 FPS, it's going to automatically render it out in that same frame rate. So that's why it's called match frame rate. So I'm going to tap on here, and if I'm going to click export, right now it is exporting it straight onto my phone. It's really nice, and then you can also share it onto YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and all these other platforms. And if I click on ready, it is actually pretty much exported. It's really cool, but I can already hear you guys like, what is actually premium on this app? Why do you need to pay for? I mean, you can color grade in all kinds of ways. You can export it without a watermark even. Well, that's actually where you need to go to the settings icon on the very top left, and then it says upgrade Rush. So then if I click on upgrade, as you notice right here, it says PremiereRush Premium, which is $37.99 a year or €5.49 a month. And that's where you can get access to all kinds of premium features, such as 100 premium titles, overlays, graphics with animations, premium music, sound effects and repeats, advanced tool for audio editing, export and 4K Ultra HD and all that. So these are a lot of features that you don't have with the standard version, but this is just a really nice one if you don't want to do anything advanced. If you just want to chop up a quick vlog, for example, PremiereRush is actually a very nice app for that. Alright guys, so now that we have PremiereRush, the next app that we're gonna pop up is WeVideo, and this is actually an app that I also found while doing research that was not really that popular, but it has a great rating overall. So right here, if we open up the app, right, it says no edits. So if I then hit at the very top right to create, then we can just of course always access our photos. And then once again right here I inserted the clip, which is 16 seconds. So if I play it back, this is what it looks like. Of course we have like a first title, so if you go back right here, this is our timeline basically, but then in like a vertical way. So right here it says like my videos. If you want to remove this one, you can just tap on there and you can just type in your text, or if you don't want to have this one at all, you can just swipe to the left and then hit this bin icon to remove it. And then you can also drag this video upwards, so it's just going to start just right away. But if it doesn't do anything and it's just going to jump to the second place, that's where the video will start, because if I hit playback right here, as you can see, it immediately starts playing with the video, and it also says like WeVideo in the top right corner. And that's a really nice way how you can edit your videos in this really nice way, with also titles if you want to. But if you don't want to have titles, you can just remove them. But of course it also has a watermark in the top right, because this is the free version. Right here we also have like a icon, which is of course for all kinds of themes that we want to. So right here we can also download music if we want to, all kinds of tracks, which is really nice. You're gonna make sure that they're copyright free, otherwise you will get a claim on YouTube. But that's just of course something you have to look into before using these tracks. Just give these names of these songs just a quick Google and see if they're licensed or if they're free to use. Okay, so how do you actually edit your clips itself? So right here, let's say that you have a vlog containing 9 different clips from your phone. You have inserted the first one. You're going to just tap on the very first one, and then of course it says like the volume, you want to always keep that on 100, and the speed also on the same speed. And then at the very bottom we have this icon to rotate it, to give like a background blur if that's necessary. And then we also have this icon, which is like use a chroma key, but you have to actually unlock that feature by buying this app. And then of course it's pretty limited if you want to use this app on the freeway. But then right here it says like a playback icon also on the very bottom. And if you go ahead and cancel out this clip, this is basically really basic. I don't even see like a way to cut the clip, but I think if you use your finger right here, it is actually pretty simple how you can shrink down your clips in that way. So right here, let's say that we're going to trim this part down until right here. I'm just going to hit done. Right now it is actually shrinked down to only 7 seconds if you can look at the bottom right corner of that little preview. And this is basically a really basic app, but I think if you unlock the full features on this app, it's going to be just like the other ones. It's going to be really advanced, really cool, and actually without any limitations, and also without a watermark. Okay guys, so that brings us to the last app of this video, which is Splice. Now Splice is actually a pretty known feature. I think 9 out of 10 of you guys are watching this will actually know this app. So if we boot it up for the very first time, this is what we see. It says any video project, powerful editing features at your fingertips. I'm going to hit next, advanced creative editing, layers, masks, and many more tools to boost your creativity. Apply amazing speed ramps with a few tops, smooth speed effects, and much more. With Splice, the sky is a limit. So now if we're gonna hit next, right here we can just get started by, of course, always granting access. But right here it's just a nice, page where you can leave a review if you want to. I'm just gonna skip that for now. So right here at the top it says new project. So I'm gonna just grant access to my photos. Right now I selected my media file, so I'm going to just call this a name. Let's say that we're going to pretend that this is going to be a vlog. So I'm going to just hit this checkmark icon, and then at the bottom you can choose your aspect ratio. So this video is of course filmed in landscape way, so I'm just going to hit 16:9, and then I'm going to hit create, which is of course going to create a new project. But before we're going to use that, we're going to see this prompt where it says, so right here it says actually 51% off with €1.44 a week with a 7-day free trial. We have monthly, $2.75 a week, or we have just weekly, and then also at the bottom $2.99 a week. So right here, as you can see, that's just weekly. You can cancel it at any time. Right here it is actually monthly, where it says €10.99 a month. But if you're going to click the top one, it says 7 days for free, then it's €75 per year. So I'm going to not really go ahead and choose my plan
for now. So right now it is actually opening up a new project. So right here at the bottom it says media. If you want to insert more, we also have text that we can double tap to edit. So you can just double tap to edit or text. Right here we also have really nice effects like that we can choose to put over our videos. It's really cool, but of course it has a Splice watermark, of course, otherwise people will also be able to, you know, turn on screen recording that I have running at this moment just to play back the video and then just crop it out and then just edit your videos without paying for the software, of course. So then if I go back to the effects right here, it also says music, which is really new, which is really cool. We have all kinds of genres such as Latin, cinematic, action, romantic. We also have overlays that we can also put in, like, you know, different photos such as a picture-in-picture effect. We have titles, meaning that we can start off with a nice black screen with a title. And then we also have sounds and of course the voice icon on the very bottom right, meaning that we can also talk over it. So let's say that you're chopping up a vlog where you're talking to the camera and then all of a sudden you're gonna just cut to a certain piece that you have just shot. For example, a little bit of B-roll with, you can just add in a little bit of music from the app itself, make sure it's also copyright free, and then you can just add in a voiceover really simply. If you click on voice, and it's gonna of course ask access for your microphone, and as you can see right now I'm actually just talking over the actual voiceover, or actually the video I mean. So if I now tap on stop right here at the bottom, as you can see these are the sound waves of my voice. It's really nice, and if you scroll through the menu at the bottom you can just change up the speed, the volume, you can duplicate it, you can reverse it, you can delete it if you want to. It's a really nice app, but of course it's quite limited, of course, because this is the free version, but it's really nice that this app isn't packed with advertisements. That is basically how you can also choose your plan, and that is basically it for the Splice app. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. These are the 5 best paid apps for iOS and Android. Now in the outro card you guys can click through the video where you can check out the 5 free ones for iOS and Android, where you can edit your videos if you don't like to spend any money on these apps. That's totally up to you. Thanks a lot for the continued support, and all the download links to the iOS App Store and the actual Play Store for Android are listed down in the description. Thanks a lot for the continued support, and I'll see you guys obviously in the next video.